range in that game was off the charts. It seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch from beyond.
The bombs were really falling, weren't they? I mean, great shooting, especially when you consider it was on the road.
And so it's New York with it after the Trailblazers pick up 2. And he jams it with authority. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Terry Stotts.
Yes, Kevin, he said he doesn't want to see their offense fall into bad habits and get stagnant. He said as long as we keep moving without the ball and don't stand around watching the paint dry, we'll be able to put up points. Let's see if they can keep their legs moving here tonight, guys.
And thanks as always, Doris. And guys, the emphasis on quality shooting, getting those chances identified by their coach is a key for them.
I think that means they must work as a complete unit out there, cooperate, sharing the ball, and try to limit the one-on-one play.
And if they can do that, they will have success shooting the basketball. I think it's guaranteed.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
The 3 from Anthony, and it's good. Anthony's got 8 points.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
And Lillard kicks to Boozer. No good. So New York will take it the other way. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
And this is their first matchup against this team since they knocked them off in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, but you know, it's really interesting. They were swept by them in the regular season last year, so we'll see who wins out tonight.
He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. 6 points for Damian Lillard. Here's Lynch. Here's Lopez. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Porzingis. Williams comes in for Anthony. And Smart subbed in for Aaron Aflalo.
And here's a look at some numbers for Plumlee. His last 10 games have been exceptional. Second in field goal percentage. And he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And you mentioned it. I mean, one of the top shooters in the league, quick trigger with just a little better footwork. Boy, I tell you what, he could even move higher up the rankings.
The Knicks making a switch here. Green's checked in. Johnson with the block. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Bayless leading the charge. Poked loose. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. Finish off the break.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Now here's Johnson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Johnson, double team, feeds to Bayless. Out left to the wing. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Almost, but it rolls out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Green, the pass to Lynch. Green against Davis. And Green gets it to go.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Now here's Johnson. 9-point game his last outing. Plumlee with a screen on Lynch. 13 feet away. It's rebounded by New York. And again, it's New York.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's Johnson following the basket by Freak. The dish now to O'Quinn. Williams kicks to Green. Pass to Lynch. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
McCollum kicks to Davis. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off.
Going with the new group. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Dwight Howard's checked in for Plumlee. Boozer comes in for Davis. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Johnson. And Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. On the floor for Portland, Damian Lillard out there with Jared Bayless. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu. Then there's Howard. And it's Boozer in at the power forward. A nice shot by Howard.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Here's Lynch. Can't get it to go. Good D by Howard. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets really lit up the floor. He had 55 points, and that was just the start of it, notching a triple-double for his effort in what was quite a display from him. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
New York on D. They've led by as much as 10. Here is Bayless. He's guarded by Afflalo. The drive by Anthony. Fires from deep. And he drops it in. Just a pretty release there from Lynch. And now it's a 10-point Knicks lead. The Trailblazers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Here's Bayless. Lopez with the block. Boozer kicks to Aminu. 6 to shoot. Lillard with no one around. Howard's shot is good. Howard's got 7 points for the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills. He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Trailblazers trail by 12, and Lillard kicks to Bayless. To the middle. Here's Howard. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. Bayless has got 3 assists in the game. The Knicks leading by 10. Here's Lynch.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Oh, my goodness, he's just getting nasty on them now.
Wow. Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And that replay is sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what Terry Stotts had to say in his huddle. He made no mistake that Dwight Howard has got to be the focal point of their offense. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. I'm sure coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Porzingis passes to Lynch. New York moving the ball around. Kicks it to Carmelo. The pass to Lynch. The baseline J. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Trailblazers trail by 14. 55 seconds left to play here in the half. Got a piece of it. And again, New York running the court in transition. Anthony can't hit.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Here's New York. They're on a 19-6 run. Afflalo, that's good.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
The Trailblazers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Not a strong suit for
A dominating first.
Well, what a great job you did, both moving the ball and passing it and scoring it. What has been the key for you to this point?
I mean, I don't really think there's been a key. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do on the basketball court, right? I guess the one other thing is rebound, so I'll try to focus on that for next time.
Good luck with that, young man. Kevin, a young talent looking to do whatever it takes to make it in the NBA.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. Looking amped up and ready to get going once again.
And what a game for Rain Man. He has 23 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And it also tells you just how high his basketball IQ is. I mean, seeing plays develop before anyone else does on the court.
Lynch in at point guard. Anthony out there with Porzingis. Then there's Afflalo, and it's Lopez in at the center. That's the 5 for New York right now.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Good on the second free throw. The Knicks leading by 19. Passes it to Porzingis. Here is Lynch.